Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is Monday, April 14th, 2025, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 21. Proverbs 14, verse 21, and it says this: "The one who despises his neighbor sins, but whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy." You know, the one who despises his neighbor acts poorly to them, treats them in a negative way. That's sin. Yeah, I find myself in that place on a regular basis. Just yesterday, coming home from church, I had somebody acting not right, driving down the road, and I had a word for them, and it wasn't pleasant. And the Lord spoke to me and said, "You are despising your neighbor. That is sin. And if you're doing that willingly, do you really fear me?" In my reading in Luke today, it said, "Don't fear men. Fear the one who can send you to hell." Those are words in red letters in most Bibles. Ouch. But the one who just shows kindness to the poor will be blessed. You know, so often we forget that it's simple to make that quick transition from seeing something that's not right and ready to explode on that circumstance, despising my neighbor, and recognizing that that person needs a blessing. And the only way I can provide a blessing is to be a blessing. You know, that person, after God got my attention and told me that I was despising my neighbor, the person driving down the road that was closest to me, that was causing me anxiety, because that's really what it was. They were driving the way they were driving. I was in the left lane passing somebody. I was doing enough to overtake the traffic in the right lane and get out of the way, and they wanted to go faster. It caused anxiety in me because Rhonda and I have been rear-ended a few times, and it's not a pleasant experience, and they were aggressive, and I was worried. God got a hold of me and said, "That neighbor of yours, you're sinning against them, which means you're sinning against me because you don't fear me." See, I had preached on fear of the Lord yesterday, so he needed to make that real in my life, right? Yeah, he's good at that. And so he had me start praying for that person. And it was amazing that within moments, I was able to get out of the way. The other person was able to get by, and the person that was causing issues was no longer an issue in my life. They got to where they needed to go, we got to where we needed to go, and we didn't have to have an interaction ever again. It was a blessing. Whoever shows kindness to the poor will be, get this, will be blessed and a blessing. So today, as we interact with the world, we're going to have plenty of opportunities to despise our neighbors. It can be as simple as just thinking a negative thought about them, or really blowing up at them, or whatever other action that we may do. guys, that's despising our neighbor, and it is sin. Solomon says so. Jesus says so. Even crazy enough, the world around us knows that when we treat people that way, it's sin. It's not right. Let's work on that today. Turn that into a blessing, because it'll be a blessing for us and for them. Something God's working on me on. I know He wants to work on it on all of us. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.